Hello and welcome to part 2 of Wee Man Plays Streets of Rage. We're starting off right with stage 4 here. The Bridge. This is actually the first level with a gimmick to it, besides all the visual effects of the other stages, such as the lights in stage 1, wind in stage 2, and the water effects in stage 3. So here we're introduced to a lot more different variations of enemies, different colors. The black Noras in particular are very annoying because they're the ones that tend to scream and crouch down so you can't kill them until they get back up. So I went and got my instruction booklet and I looked through and I've been wrong on a couple things. The turkeys are not turkeys, they are hunks of beef. The wrestler guy, he actually has some other moves besides just running up and hitting you. He can do throws and he can do grabs. I think he only does them on later difficulties though. Now here's the gimmick of this stage. Pits. If you fall down, you die. You lose a life. However, you can also throw enemies down there and it's an effective way of getting rid of them. Now most of the time the enemies can't throw you down here, but the signals can, and this is probably the level they're the most threatening on. Luckily you don't run into too many of them. Now as you can see here, I'm trying to throw these guys over, but they're being very finicky and almost killing me even. Don't forget the money bag. Yeah, this is an example of one of those passive punks, the ones that just avoid you and wait to get in and give you a hit. Okay, he looks like he tried to throw me there, but didn't go so well for him. I'd say it's about this point in the game where it actually starts getting a little bit harder. And I think there's a baseball bat over there. It's probably too far off screen that I can't get it. Come on, let me go. There we go. Yeah, see, this tends to be an area where I get knocked into pits the most. Oh, there's an extra life. Those are always good, handy to have. Yeah, most enemies you'll see their first color variation here. I think the only ones you don't are the jacks. Yeah, see? Thrown down the pit. I can't recover from that because I'm not landing on solid ground. Luckily, when you fall back in, all the enemies fall over, and he fell in the pit. What a jerk. Anyway, he fell in the pit instead, and I got my revenge. This is also the first stage where we see the Garcias who use the knives like that. They run back and forth and they knock you down whenever they hit you. They do not drop their knife whenever you hit them. You have to kill them first. They're not very threatening on their own, but in groups, they're a pain in the ass. 'Cause while you're dealing with one or two punks, they'll just run over and knock you down. Yeah, see, there is a beef, not a turkey. I'm trying to throw the knife there, but it's a little finicky. The control in the first Streets of Rage isn't bad. It's not the best control I've ever seen in a video game, but it's not bad. It definitely feels stiff compared to the sequels, though. Like, if you just came off of playing Streets of Rage 2, and definitely if you just came off playing Streets of Rage 3, you'll notice how stiff it is. I didn't mention this about weapons, but they can only be dropped a total of 3 times. I think on the 3rd time they'll fade away and disappear. Enemies will drop weapons if you hit them. You drop weapons if you get knocked down or grabbed. Now, I think we see a green signal punk. Yeah, this is the 3rd variation. He would technically be the toughest, but he goes down pretty quickly. And here we are, boss time already. This boss can be a major issue. These fat guys that breathe fire. The thing is, as soon as you get him into a pattern, he becomes one of the easiest bosses in the game. The problem is getting him into that pattern. So normally what I do is hit him with the police first and then try and grab him. Unfortunately, this stupid Garcia got in the way and I was a little too late to grabbing him there. So there's the other way you can do it, and yeah, Garcia screws me over again. I get killed, I lose a life. Fuck you. Let's try the police again. Now the police, as you may have guessed, it's your A button special. It kills everyone on screen except bosses. For player 1 it's napalm, for player 2 it's a grenade strike. There's nothing different. Now, that's how you beat him. You grab him, walk away, knee him twice, or grab him, knee him twice, walk away, rinse and repeat. That's it, round 4 clear. Now into round 5, probably my favorite stage in the game. Or one of, if not the best. The ship. I love this level. I love the music. I love the effect of a rocking boat. This was pretty ahead of its time back in 1991. It's also one of the longer levels in the game. This is when the levels start getting a little bit longer. With the exception of Stage 7, but that's completely different, and we'll get to that in Part 3, I believe. Stupid guy with the knife. And I don't know what these containers are supposed to be, if they're vents or something. I don't quite know why I did that either. But anyway, let's break them, grab the money beneath it. Ooh, I got an extra life. Right. Your first 50,000 points, you'll get an extra life. And then every 100,000 points after, you'll get another extra life. So at 150, 250, so on and so forth. Yeah, see, he just recovered there. That's why these guys are a pain in the ass later in the game. I want that bat. Give me that bat. Now this would be fun if I could get them all together, but... see, hitting 4 punks at once with a swing of a baseball bat is so much fun. Bat, pipe, doesn't matter, as long as you're hitting them all. I could use some health here. I would love some tasty beef. Even a delicious apple would be nice. Luckily, I know there's some beef coming up here. See, that's what happens. You try to hit the Noras and they duck down instead. Now, I know there's beef under there, and what I'm doing is completely wrong. I should not be running so far ahead, because now I got like 7 punks on me now. I think right around in here, I just call in the police. And yeah, you can call in a police car on a boat. I don't know how they got on here. I'm imagining some epic action chase scene where they jump onto the boat. He comes out with his napalm launcher and just wrecks everything. You have to use your imagination sometimes with older games like this. Every time that ghost screen pops up, your timer resets. If time runs out, you lose a life. I've never, ever had time run out on me. I've just never had it happen. I don't know if it happens more often in harder difficulties, since I've only ever played this game on easy, normal, and hard. I've not tried hardest yet. Probably because I can't really beat the game on hard. Ugh, more beef, just when I need it too. And a pipe. He brought me a pipe. Now, something new. We start running into bosses again. Bosses we previously fought. I don't think they have quite as much health, but they do still do the same amount of damage, so you have to watch out for that. And I lost my pipe there. Dealing with this guy with a pipe is usually pretty easy, but you just have to time it right, and my timing was a little off. On the subject of bosses, Stage 5 is probably the most annoying bosses in the game. Most annoying and unoriginal bosses at that. That's probably the only downfall I can say to this level. Alright, let's get all these karate guys. Yeah, jump kick them because they're running away. And oh dear god, clowns and axes and fires everywhere. And they're just bouncing around. Notice how they're not carrying anything. I don't know if they're supposed to be, because they do pull things out, but they just hop around and occasionally throw things. Now right there is an extra police icon. I think these only appear in this level and the next one. Yes, they do, because in Stage 7 you don't get any items except some weapons. Now, when the clowns are being annoying like that, it's best to just jump kick them. It's always good to have 2 police options in this level too, because the boss can be annoying. Bosses can be annoying, there's 2 of them. Just keep taking some guys out. Oh, some signals, haven't seen them in a while. They didn't last long. There's some beef. I'm coming up to the boss, I know. Oh, this boat's really cruising. Look at the water go by. And that hum that you hear every now and then, that's not part of the music. That's actually the boat horn or something. Oh, these guys are so easy to deal with when I have a weapon. And here we go, the boss. Boss is the Blaze Twins. All they are recolors of Blaze's sprite, and one of them likes to jump kick you, the other one likes to grab you. They're so annoying because they jump all over the place. You can barely combo them, you can barely grab them. I'm going the completely wrong way to defeat them. There is a pattern you can get them into, but you have to get them both on the same side, and as long as they're separate like this, they're gonna kick my ass. I do think I lose a life on this level. Yeah, I tried the bat here, it works marginally. That damage, just from one kick. Thankfully that's one down, and the other's gonna go down here soon. There we go. I got lucky and grabbed her. She's done. That's it. Round 5's over. Round clear. So I'll see you guys in part 3.